Deep state freaks as Trump unleashes nightmare on corrupt FBI spying operation by Dan Lindsay, Politics US News from AdWorldNews.com. The deep state has another huge reason to freak out after President Donald Trump just unleashed a nightmare on the corrupt FBI spying operation. They messed with the wrong man, and now it's time to pay. Trump supporters were shocked when recent reports surfaced showing that the FBI had planted a spy in Trump's presidential campaign in 2016. Oddly enough, those reports were likely coordinated for release by the mainstream media and the deep state to preempt the devastating report of Department of Justice Inspector General Michael Horowitz, which is expected to be made public in the near future. The New York Times and the Washington Post both released reports on Friday, May 18, 2018, in an effort to help the deep state get out in front of the coming scandalous news. Although neither source directly named the culprit, it's now widely accepted that 73-year-old Cambridge professor Stefan Halper is the spy who lured two Trump campaign advisors in an attempt to gather intelligence for the deep state, which was planning to launch a hoax Russian investigation as an attack on Trump, according to the Daily Caller News Foundation. Coincidentally, former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper appeared on CNN with anchor Don Lemon on Thursday, May 17, 2017. This was older to laughably characterize the FBI spying on Trump's campaign as a good thing, according to the Daily Caller. Yeah, let's watch this idiot and watch how concerned Don Lemon is.
So here's what the president tweeted this morning. He said, wow, word seems to be coming out that the Obama FBI spied on the Trump campaign with an embedded informant. Andrew McCarthy says there's probably no doubt that they had at least one confidential informant in the campaign. If so, this is bigger than Watergate. I mean, that is an extraordinary claim. And based on your experience, what is the likelihood that it's true?
Well, I think this is hyperbole. They may have had someone who was talking to them in the campaign, but the focus here, and as it was with the intelligence community, is not on the campaign per se, but what the Russians were doing to try to instantiate themselves in the campaign or to influence or leverage it. So if there was someone that was observing that sort of thing, well, that's a good thing because the Russians pose a threat to the very basis of our political system. And I think it's hugely dangerous if someone like that is exposed, because the danger to that person, not to mention the reluctance of others to be informants for the FBI. And the FBI gains a lot of valuable information from informants. So to me, this is incredible.
Unbelievable. In my opinion, James Clapper's recent appearance on CNN and other mainstream media outlets to make it look like the FBI was doing Donald Trump a favor by spying is infuriating, and that is exactly how the president responded on Twitter. If the person placed very early into my campaign wasn't a spy, put there by the previous administration for political purposes, how come such a seemingly massive amount of money was paid for services rendered many times higher than normal? Trump wrote. Follow the money. The spy was there early in the campaign and yet never reported collusion with Russia because there was no collusion. He was only there to spy for political reasons and to help crooked Hillary win, just like they did to Bernie Sanders, who got duped, he added. I could not agree more with President Donald Trump. There was a political purpose behind the FBI spying operation on Trump's presidential campaign. What America is seeing now is nothing more than the deep states and the Democrats' backup plan after Hillary Clinton lost the election. The reality is that Trump ruined their succession and they couldn't just relinquish power to their political enemy. The truth is that it's supposed to work that way. When one political party is defeated in an election like the Democrats were in 2016, they are supposed to accept the will of the American people and honorably step aside for the newly elected leadership. The militant left and their corrupt operatives decided to take Trump down instead of move aside. Corrupt men like former FBI Director James Comey, former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, former CIA Director John Brennan, and let's not forget James Clapper, and many more had plenty of time to plan this counterattack on Trump and his supporters. Now we are finding out that world-renowned foreign policy experts like Stefan Halper were utilized to get close to people in Trump's campaign to help gather information which would later be used in the framework of the deep state's Russia investigation. It isn't a coincidence that Special Counsel Robert Mueller hired over a dozen Democrat lawyers to help him fabricate evidence against Trump and his campaign associates. I can just imagine the disappointment felt by the left now that their boogeyman Mueller has come up empty-handed after over a year of investigating Russian collusion. To characterize Mueller's investigation as a farce is an understatement. History will not look back kindly on Democrats or their operatives within the FBI for perpetrating such corrupt acts. Yeah, it is an understatement to call it a farce. Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.